sponsor of a bill to legalize medical marijuana, believes he's got the right plan and it's the right time, he says, to pass it. All those issues and more as we recap week 11 of the Kentucky General Assembly in regular session. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Legislative Update tonight. I'm Renee Shaw. A plan to legalize medical cannabis for certain serious health conditions is back in circulation. Thursday night, a legislative panel advanced with minimal opposition Representative Jason Nemes' House Bill 136 that provides a regulatory framework for medicinal marijuana. I talked with Representative Nemes today about his bill in our Capitol Annex studios. House Bill 136 is third time the charm?
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it is.
You seem more optimistic this time around. You said in the committee hearing on Thursday night that this was the right bill at the right time. Why is it different than other iterations, and why is this year better than previous sessions?
Well, 2 years ago we passed it with almost 70% of the votes in the House of Representatives, and it went over to the Senate but died a COVID death. I'm not saying it would have passed, but it didn't have the opportunity that it needed. And so we've taken those 2 years and educated people. This is an issue that when you talk with people, a lot of the times they have a wall in front of them, and then then you can pierce the wall with facts and with stories from constituents, and people change. And like I said yesterday, the debate over whether it helps people is over. Now, I'm not saying it helps everything. It's not a panacea. It doesn't solve all the world's problems. But the debate on whether it helps some people is over. So then the question becomes, is this the bill that people can support? And once I get inside the doors, the offices, and tell them here's what's in the bill and here's what's not, people are moving.
Yeah, so last night or Thursday night when this bill passed, there was only one no vote from
Right.
Representative Kim Mosier, who has expressed her objections to it before, even before it came up this time, and she believes in more research. So when you say it's indisputable almost that medical marijuana has effective and safe treatment powers, she still is not convinced. Are there folks in the Senate who also need to be convinced?
Well,
she does.
There are, but let me talk about Kim Mosier. Kim Mosier, as she said last night, she said we're not as far apart as we were before. I've been working, she and I have been talking a lot recently, and she understands that the debate is over on whether it helps some people as well. She wants research on the dosage and the practical aspects of it.
And why is that not addressed in the bill?
Well, that will be addressed by the Department of Health, and the dosage situations, and by the way, the THC levels is addressed in the bill.
Right.
We stole from Ohio. But the particulars on how a particular physician treats a particular patient, that'll be, worked out, just like it is when they treat, take this medication as needed. So the Department of Health with the Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure, which is the governing body of the doctors, and the individual physician will work those things out. So I respect our position, but she's moved also. Dr. Danny Bentley has moved as well, and we'll see him speak on behalf of the bill on the floor, which we've not seen before. We had two people turn yesterday and voted yes, and that was Jennifer Decker from Shelby County and Joe Fisher from Campbell County. And so when people have an opportunity to hear from their constituents, that opens their mind and opens their heart. And then when they hear what is actually in the bill and what is, as importantly, what is not in the bill, people start moving.
One of your colleagues, though, Chad McCoy, had said during the explanation of vote that he says that, I can't remember how he phrased it, but that he didn't really like the bill. He hated the bill because he felt it was too restrictive. Right, so tell us how he interprets it as too restrictive, even though it's probably more politically palatable to others.
Yeah, I would agree with him. If you ask me, do I like my bill? I say, no, I don't even like my own bill because it is too restrictive in a number of ways. And so one way that Chad thinks it's too restrictive is the physician and the patient should make the decision for themselves. And what we've done is we've listed 4 qualifying conditions, and a 5th may be added on the floor.
And they are?
The 4 qualifying conditions are epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, cancer treatment, and then chronic debilitating pain. And then we may add PTSD on the floor. There's a floor amendment to add PTSD, which I will identify as a friendly amendment. But Chad doesn't think, and I agree with him, that there should be any list. I think it should be up to the physician and the patient. But in order to get a vote, that's one of the concessions that I had to make. And why those individual 4? Because those are the ones that the science is completely settled on. And I think most physicians would even agree with that. There's some like Crohn's disease that I think I strongly believe ought to be included. It isn't right now. Some people with Crohn's disease, not everybody, but some people with Crohn's disease have debilitating pain, so they might qualify on the other way, but not everybody does. And the gastroenterologist that I speak to says that it should be included. It's not.
Right.
And so I think that's what Chad is referring to.
Does the way it's written, does it allow for other ailments to be included without statutory remedies?
So there's a board put together that's dominated by physicians, but it also has pharmacists on there, nursing on there, and patient advocates. That board can add or take away.
So does this mean that people can smoke pot?
No, there's no smoking in the bill. You can take it by other means. There's no smoking in the bill. There's no gummies and things that are attractive to children. We were very, very strict about those types of things. You can take it in tinctures and pills and oils and things of that nature. But there is no smoke, and there's no self-grow either.
Representative Jason Nemes' House Bill 136 advanced from the House Judiciary Committee Thursday night on a 15-1 vote. Nemes is hopeful for a House floor vote next week.